Hi.
I think the first thing there is seamless, obviously. Very seamless, like old times, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. You all right, Hutch?
I'm all right, mate. Yes, I'm good. Yes.
Yeah, good. Excellent.
You?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Happy days then,
No, happy days. Yeah, so welcome to Shay Watkins. With myself, Rob, and my colleague.
Well, I don't know. Is it Rob or is it Sam Ryder? We just can't tell these days.
Sam Ryder. Yeah, I wasn't going to tell everybody because I didn't want to, get big-headed and all that.
Do you want to get big-headed about the fact that you are really Sam Ryder, aren't you?
I'm not really Sam Ryder. I wish I had his bank account right now.
Yeah, I bet you do.
But I don't, unfortunately. But no, uncannily, I did look a bit like Sam Ryder.
Don't sound like him, though.
I don't sound like him, though. But I thought that was amazing musically. The fact that we even... got voted for.
Oh yeah,
so we love Eurovision in this house. We have a Eurovision party, and we love it. So, so we've got couple of things to talk about. So we're going to talk about HangOut first of all, and then hopefully Colin arrives. He's currently not in the green room at the moment, but hopefully he does. And then we've got the amazing Andy, who is waiting in the green room as we speak at the moment.
Speak to Andy. There he is.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm great. Great.
No, good. No, really excited to have Andy along. So, so it's like a soiree with Andy. A little private soiree with Andy.
An evening with Andy Steil. What else could anyone want?
What else could anyone want?
Yeah, I want. That's what I want.
That's what I would like. I could maybe do with some snacks, and maybe a bowl of crisps would be good. So if anyone's watching out there who could bring us a bowl of crisps, we'd much appreciate it. So we'll just shove Andy back in the green room for a sec. So HangOut.
So HangOut, full swing ahead.
Yeah, top of the list is we're definitely going ahead.
Yeah.
Second on the list is to launch the colour for this year, which you can't really tell there, but the colour is
it's a bit difficult, isn't it? I'm going to get a little bit closer to the screen. A little closer, maybe. Still doesn't really come out.
But it's pink. This might be better. This is better.
No.
So we're going with bright pink. We're going with bright pink because it's our 15th year anniversary. So everyone will get one of our. Can't really see it.
Kind of a 15-year sticker.
15-year sticker. So you've got the 15 years in the middle. So you get that.
Yep. Lovely little pink wristbands.
And we've got the tickets printed, and everyone will get a little sort of flyer of the ticket. So you get like an A5. Can't see that either.
Can't see it either. There it is.
Yeah. Right, anyway.
But no, we are absolutely full steam ahead.
Yep.
It was a little bit touch and go, to be fair. We're not going to lie.
Yeah.
We kind of have wrestled for weeks now on whether, because obviously everyone knows we've kind of had to move slightly further afield, basically, slightly further afield. And we didn't know whether that was going to be part of why people weren't really that interested. But as it happens, it seems that many other festivals are also experiencing trouble.
So luckily, we've got a great family of you guys and supporters. And, we're in a really, really good, positive position. We basically are able now to say to people, yes, we do have a few tickets for sale. We know those tickets will eventually go before HangOut, so we're not worried about them. But as fundamentally, we have enough tickets sold to be able to
pay for it all,
and have enough to pay for the deposits for next year, because that's what crippled us this year was the fact that a lot of the infrastructure we've got put in place, people weren't paying up front.
That's right,
because of the way the world is.
Absolutely.
So luckily, we've been able to squirrel things away to be able to sort that out. But that basically scoops the bank.
It is. Yeah.
But no, we've had some amazing efforts and support, and we're blown away. We had we had a donation, which we're not going to talk about, but that was absolutely amazing. And the person who did that told us that we can't mention them. And
no, they're an anonymous donator, but they certainly helped us to swing things so that we were going to go ahead.
And at the perfect time when we really were at our rock bottom, thinking this isn't going to happen.
I think so. We were there.
Yeah. David Charrier with Master Handpan, he got on board early on. He actually contacted us out of the blue and sort of said, how are you doing? Are you struggling? I want to help somehow. And so he's been putting the word out via his platform. So we thank you for that. And Alfonso with his
man.
instrument. That was
beautiful.
again, that came around the same time as the anonymous donation, and that really built us up. It was big. We've had some dark times with it because obviously we weren't sure whether we were doing the right thing, whether people were, why they weren't, and then we realised that a lot of the ticket sales would have gone abroad, and they're the ones that we were struggling to allocate to people.
And there is a lot of global uncertainty at the moment, so it's kind of, it is what it is. We've weathered the storm, as it were, for now. As it currently stands, Hangout is happening. So.
And we can welcome you with really good, high quality toilets and showers.
We can.
Really good ones. Not poo in the bucket type stuff.
A little step up from that.
Yeah, a little step up from that. So really quickly, Colin's not here yet, so we were hoping Colin would be able to get here for our HCU update. But if he doesn't come, we are aware that there is a newsletter coming soon. So if you're not signed up to HCU or any of their social medias or platforms, I recommend definitely signing up to them so you can get that newsletter.
Colin said that there've been things are still happening, but there's not a lot to talk about still at the moment, but the newsletter should hopefully come out soon. We'll give everyone a little bit more of an insight. Hopefully.
So well, really quickly, we're going to talk about our performance list. We thought we might as well let people know, people who have committed, who's coming along, who's playing. It's quite an extensive list of people.
It's a good list of people.
It's a lovely list of people.
I think so.
So we'll start off with we've got Kelly Hutchison performing.
Of course, yes, on
his Caribbean nose flute. He's playing main stage Saturday. But no, really quickly. So this is in no particular order. And if I do get your name wrong, I apologise. If I get your name right, you can buy me a beverage at Hangout. So we've got Mark Constantine, we've got Mia, and they're going to be featuring with Henry and Amy. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yep. Yeah. We've got Simon Wood, Mr. Banger himself. Lyndon Forster. We've got Mia Lev. We've got Lara Connolly. We've got Laurie Wulio. We've got Louis Lattis again. We've got Jan van Berkel.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Torbs. We have Jovi. Is it Mar Garcia? Yeah. Daniel Wapples.
Dan,
man, love him. Can't wait to see that. We've got Benny Battain's coming over. We've got the amazing David Charrier, and we've got an old friend of ours called Tall Paul, who plays didgeridoo with a loop station.
Absolutely.
And that's epic. He also makes his didgeridoos, so
he does.
You might have some of them.
And don't forget, of course, our special guest of the evening will also be there.
Yeah. Signing autographs.
By
the showers. So as well as that, we've got some great workshops. We've got Barry Mason. He's going to be doing some stuff with his gong, handpan, udu stuff. We've got Mel, Tracy and Sam as the newly formed Sumatra. They're doing a sound journey. Marquita and Leia, they're going to do a beginner's handpan workshop, and Duncan from Meridian is going to be supplying instruments all in the key of D, I believe. So anybody who wants to get involved in that workshop, there's instruments there for you, so you don't have to have an instrument. We've got the amazing Ian Dale and Jackie. They're also doing a sound journey as normal. Phil Brownhill, he's going to be doing his drum circle, and we know that people loved that last year, so we could do that again. Tadize Pola.
Tad going to be doing handpan and singing.
We've got James, who's going to be doing some African traditional drumming. And Amy Naylor is going to be doing some handpan stuff. So basically, it's just...
And that's kind of what we've got for the moment. There may be more other stuff that's coming.
Yeah.
We're basically going to try and just make Hangout, 15 years is going to be a big celebration.
Yeah.
So
bring your dancing shoes.
Don't forget, we've got a theme as well. So Mr. Watkins here will announce the theme. Saturday night.
So we've realised when we did fancy dress that the simpler the fancy dress, the more people that get involved. So we decided that because loads of people enjoyed the Flower Power sort of 60s, 70s one, we thought we would go for more of a sort of late 80s, early 90s sort of vibe. So if you imagine sort of, I don't know, smiley face,
acid house kind of.
Dayglow rave movement,
pork pie hat,
oh
whistle,
illuminous, what they call them, leg warmers, and your glow sticks. That's pretty much the theme for Saturday night, and obviously there'll be a prize for that the best fancy dress, obviously with tickets for Hangout. And also top it off on Saturday night, we're going to be having a silent disco, which we're really excited about. So if no one's had one of them, it's going to be great. And we've got a DJ Cameron. We can think of a better name for him, but it's DJ Cameron, and that's Mel and Tracy's son. He's going to come along and he's going to do a bit of a sort of
bit of a set,
90s, 80s,
80s, 90s
for us in the evening in the silent disco vibe. So everyone that's chilling out and jamming can still go ahead while everyone wants to sort of have a boogie.
Absolutely.
But we'll come back to you. Groovy.
Yeah,
yes!
baby.
And I haven't banged my pen once.
Oh, I'm going to do it instead.
Perfect. Yeah, Karen, my wife told me off because the last live I was banging my pen a lot. So I'm not going to bang my pen. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring on the amazing Andi Steil.
Seamless.
Boom! There he is!
Oh, look what happened.
Oh my God, Andy's dead. Quick, evidence. Oh, no, he's not. How are you, dude?
I'm fine. I'm very fine. I'm finer than fine. I'm the finest.
He's finer
You
than
are.
fine.
Yeah.
I
told you before, but for everybody who's watching now, I'm a second-time grandfather now. Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
Happy.
That's amazing news.
Big up for all the grandparents out there.
Big up for all the grandparents and the parents. We need bigging up. We need it. It's a struggle out there. But Andy, I love the t-shirt. That's a really old school t-shirt. I think that's probably that was our original first ever logo.
Yeah, 2010.
2010. So that's vintage. That is. I wouldn't wear that in public. People would try and mug you for that.
Yeah.
That's
And I bought it. I bought it.
Yeah.
I paid money for it.
Paid cash.
Did you pay? You were ripped off for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. T-shirt.
That's a shame because we were giving them away free. So
Yes, I was a newbie for newbies.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, brilliant. We had a few people say hi as well. We've had Richard Bowring's there,
Rachel
Wood.
We've got two.
We've got Facebook users. Yeah, to be able to see your comments, you have to log into StreamYard or allow StreamYard or something. But anyway, Andy, you're going to play some music for us. Is that right?
Yes, I prepared some instruments. I don't know what to do with it, but I try. Just
that excites us even more.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we never know what we're going to get, but what we always get is something amazing.
Yeah, but we love Andy. Andy's not just a sort of participating of Hangout. He's an original sort of Hangout family member.
Yeah.
Love you to bits, mate. And we're really glad because you said to us tonight you're going to come to Hangout, and we weren't sure whether we were going to get you there. So he's going to be there. So, mate, it's brilliant.
Yes.
Isn't it? So without no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please all go on. You're going
I disconnect and to be free to just do it.
I'll count you down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll do that. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, please, can I pick it up for the one and only Mr. Andi Steil? Woo!
In the square now, in the square now. No, 2959. That's the name of the song now. 2959. I'm in the square now. Bobalisa. Boom bindi. Somebody be here so lame bam deep sound do. Oh with the bob. Touch the microphone. Hit the microphone. With the mouth do jump bum up so bum like a do them. I put my labby mouth up. The picture my labby simba beepa. That was my first song. Thank you.
Yeah!
Pick up the 2959.
2959.
Hit the ball. Sheep up the weep out, weep out, web, baby. Sheep do the baptist, weep out, whoop, whoop, whoop. Sheep bully baptist, weep out, deep, deep, deep. Sheep bully baptist, whoop, da, whoop, whoop, whoop. Hang out, UK, hang out, so great, hang out, UK, hang out, so great. Chip up the whip up the piece of whip, baby. Show move the what this whip the whip, beep, beep. Show move the what moves whip, rap, rap, man. Show move the what this whip, whip, baby. Give up, bap, she boom, da, shooby. Whip, sip the bar. Yeah, baby. Hip, that's good. The mama chop, chop, baby. The shop, the whippy. Oh.
Clap your hands, clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands.
I don't want anybody to understand everything I say or do. I simply want to entertain you for a while and to show you what everybody can do, learn, see, and feel. Very, very, well. I don't want anybody to understand everything I say or do. I simply want to entertain you for a while and to show you what everybody can do, learn, see, and feel. Very, very, well. Hit me, baby, something diddy, hula, she bop, the whoops, I'm the weepy. Ship dop the whoops up the whoop boo. She bop the wops at the weepy. That you wop the wops in the one the sun the whoop beep 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 dee dee dee. Some days wop and the sheepy. Shimbo she wop da she whoop boo. Shimbo she bop this she roll it met bad she weep me bop this she wop the weepy she wop the whoop boo she drop the weepy. This is a never-ending machine, so I have to stop it sometime. And I think I stop it, 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 and I think I never stop it. No, I never stop it. You have to stop me. Just turn off your devices. Because I never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Never, never, never stop, 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 stop. I do it till the HangOut UK starts the 15th anniversary. Yes, it's so easy to just hit the drum. Yes, 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 yes. Even it's boring. That is me. Total egal. Total egal. Because it's fun. Beep, swap the whipty, ship do, swap the whoopty, shabopsy, swap the whipty, swap doopty, swip nifty, swapty, 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 whoopty, 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 whoopty. Yeah, something like that. Thank you.
Stop, never stop. Hey!
Yay, thank you.
He's back in the room.
He's
Don't
back in the
stop,
room.
never stop.
Hector Salamanca.
Amazing,
So,
as always.
another one.
Yes,
Just
please.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Another one.
always.
Mhm.
Always.
Otherwise, it's
No.
us two, and we're really boring. So.
Yeah, we're really boring. Oh, we've
Oh
got
yeah,
Queen
I'm
here.
boring.
Queen's
I'm boring
here.
too. But
Queen's here. Hello. Oh, hi. It's the Queen. She's acting as
Queen,
my
yes, the
buffer.
Queen.
I like
Okay.
buffer.
now the instrument that we are connected with. Ta-da! 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 Now, I want to play a song. It's a German song, but I try to think of it. Maybe I can translate it while I'm singing in English. I try to. Maybe it works. I never did it before. Wenn ich denke, es ist viel zu spät. When I think it is too late. Wenn ich denke, es ist viel zu spät. Wenn ich denke, dass überhaupt nichts mehr geht. When I think everything goes wrong. That is stupid. Das ist blöd. Denn ich weiß, irgendwann ist Schluss. Because I know sometimes everything will end. And that I have to die. That is true. Aber bis dahin gibt's noch so viel Schönes. But until then, there is so much beauty. so wonderful things like the HangOut UK. So was Schönes. Yeah. Die Glatze fragt nicht, wo der Föhn ist. The bold-headed doesn't ask for the dryer. Das käme ihm nie in den Sinn. That's the thing he never thought about. Wenn ihr denkt, er hat keine Ahnung, wenn ihr glaubt, er hat doch voll die Klatsche, dann habt ihr recht. Now in English, I try in English. When you think he's a lunatic when you think he doesn't know nothing. You are right. Damit lebte sich etwas leichter. Living is much easier with this. Ist mein Niveau auch manchmal seichter? Oh, that's difficult to translate. Is my Niveau sometimes a little bit lower? Verdiene ich trotzdem damit Geld? Colin! Thank you very much. Thank you.
Much like the chat he's just got. You look like cannon headlights there.
So, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Got a helicopter. Where's the helicopter come from?
I know.
So far, so good.
So far, so brilliant.
So, thank you. And
It's all right. Technical problem.
Small
Don't worry.
technical problem.
Yeah, we had a little helicopter running around.
We couldn't hear you, but don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, you know what it sound like.
So, yeah, that was great. So
That
you
was.
translated all that as you were going.
Oh yes, but it was badly. But
I was going to say, but I didn't want to have you feeling.
yeah. Never did it before. It was.
That's a lovely
Prim-
comment. Someone wants
yeah.
your jacket, Andy. Someone said,
Oh
I
yeah,
want
I have a whole set with shoes.
Oh,
Shoes.
really?
Oh, nice.
Same thing here. Same design.
Love it.
Mhm.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I bring it on to HangOut this year.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
No, please do.
definitely.
Love it.
Of course.
But, Andy, I'm going to ask a favour. What we're going to do is we're going to go and have a quick chat with Colin, and I thought whether you hang about and play one more to play us out at the end.
Yeah. Yes. Great. I do.
Yeah, you
I
sure?
will. Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, someone said they don't want it.
Oh.
No, they said they'd rather you didn't play anymore because
Oh,
no,
it's like the-
they
They want to send us money to get rid of you.
Yeah, they say 20
20
euros.
euros. Right. fine.
No, I think someone's
Okay,
trying to
then.
sell your jacket for 20 euros.
Yeah.
The world's a small place.
It costs
Andy, what
600.
we'll do, mate, is
600.
we'll pop you back in the green room for a sec, and then we'll have a chat with Colin about
Yeah.
HCU, and then we'll come back to you and then finish up. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Brilliant.
All right, love you,
Thank
mate. Love you. Awesome. I'm good at this. Right, is that the amazing?
Seamless. Seamless. Absolutely seamless, as always.
Great. How are you? How are you, man? You good?
Yeah, I ran a little late because we just got a cat. So very exciting day here in the Folk household. We welcome a little
Tell
cat
you
to
what,
our
if there was
lives.
any reason where we would allow you to be, let me have a look at the I am late for HangOut Live rulebook and see what things we allow. Oh no, yeah, number 42. Yeah, cats. If you buy a cat, you're
can
allowed
be
to be
late.
late. It's all right.
Yeah, so it's been a long anticipated catter day here, so
Oh, I love it. Cat a day.
Cat a
There it
day.
is. not lost
So,
on you guys.
And what's the kiddie's name?
Our friend was fostering it, and they thought it was a boy, so they named it Michael. And then it turned out it was a girl, so they just added an A, so it's Michaela. I should also say that they have 2 cats whose names are Deborah and Jeffrey, so different cat names. But I think we're gonna stick with it, Michaela. Yeah, so little orange cat.
Excellent. Nothing wrong with an orange
Nothing
cat.
wrong with Ginger.
I was going to say she has a certain likeness to somebody here. It's not Kelly.
It's okay because we've got Sam Ryder here, not Rob Watkins.
Yeah, I'm not Rob Watkins. I am now Sam Ryder. I don't know if you get Eurovision over where you are, Colin. Do you get Eurovision?
No, I had like just a brief awareness that was happening.
Right. So the British entry is called Sam Ryder. And basically, as soon as Sam Ryder appeared on the stage of Eurovision, my phone was like, bing, 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 bing. Everyone going, oh, I didn't know you were on Eurovision, Rob. Oh, you never told me you were on Eurovision. Oh, anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
I think he's a bit bored of it.
I'm a bit bored. I wouldn't mind if I had his bank account.
Yeah.
No, I don't. But, Colin, right.
Yes.
Moving aside. So, you're here to give us an update on what's going on in the world of HCU.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a newsletter that's being finalized right now that's going to sum up everything that I'm going to talk about. So that will come out. But if we kind of pick up where we left off in HCU news was that there was the first legal sit down in front of judges in Switzerland. One side was PanArt. On the other side was everybody else who's involved. 2 HCU representatives were Ralph of IASA and Daniel Bernasconi of Soma Sound Sculptures. They were selected to represent there 15 or 20 parties that are involved in this. And they sat down on the other side with our legal team and presented to the court, to these 2 judges. And the judges decided that there was 2 things that need to be examined. First is whether or not PanArt can use their copyright in the way that they're claiming. And then if and only if PanArt can use their copyright in the way that they're claiming, then the second thing that would need to be decided is if these other parties are or are not infringing. So the judges kind of put it into this 2-part thing. So from October until like literally this last week, both parties involved have been working on kind of their part of the case. And so HCU's legal team submitted our legal brief for this part A, which is, can the copyright be used this way? And so we submitted the reasons why we think, no, we don't think it should be or can be used this way. And so that's what this is. This is the legal brief that was submitted. This is double-sided. And I think that this is something like 64 pages. So it is a very, very hardy document that both the HCU admin team first worked on to kind of collect all the information, and it was handed off to the HCU legal team who put it in this legal format to get it submitted. Along with this submission was the other thing that was submitted from HCU's side was an expert witness statement. So it's one thing if we, the collective HCU and HCU members and supporters, say like, hey, we don't think this can be used this way. It's another thing for the legal team to say like, oh, legally, here's all the reasons that this can't be, shouldn't be used this way. But the other thing that was important is to have someone who is a specialist in the field of these types of instruments and potentially physics to read what we wrote and say, you know what, in fact, from my professional perspective, I also agree that these things shouldn't be able to be claimed that way. So we worked with a emeritus professor from a little college called Cambridge. And that was our legal witness statement that we also submitted. So that has all happened. So that's kind of the big news on the Swiss proceedings. Again, right, this is a complicated thing. This is not the only thing that's happening. Right, a little over a year ago was when there was the IRASA raid where their headquarters kind of got taken over and a bunch of stuff was seized. So that is still active. That's still happening. But what has happened is that case has been taken in front of the court in the Netherlands. And what they decided was that the stuff that's happening in the Netherlands is on hold because IASA filed against PanArt in Bern before Panart went to the Netherlands after IASA. So
right.
this, like, who did it first jurisdiction issue. So in the Netherlands, they said everything's on hold until you guys sort out the stuff in Switzerland, and whatever happens there, then you can come back to the Netherlands and we'll continue dealing with this. You could say that this is good news for HCU, because if we get the decision that we hope for in Switzerland, then we could probably take that back to the courts in the Netherlands. Regardless, though, everything that was seized from IASA is still frozen, so they can't touch it. Which is unfortunate for IASA, but we've continued to try to support them on that as well. Yeah. So those are the bigger HCU related things. Kind of an interesting sidebar to somewhere else, where actually where a lot of this started was HMU, Handpan Makers United, and this had to do with not the copyright but patent related stuff around gas nitriding. It came to bear, now after about 8 years, that the patents that were held both in the United States and in Europe by Panart are no longer valid. They got to a point where they just opted to just abandon those patents. So now anybody in the world can gas nitride freely without the threat of Panart. So we also claim that as a very good thing for the handpan world, and it falls under the scopes of what HCU is trying to do, which is to protect and promote the art form. So that's right, like 8 years in the making. That was a really long haul. So that's the majority of the updates. So from this point on, expectations. So we submitted this brief. Panart has an opportunity to submit theirs and kind of respond to ours. Their deadline is September of 2022. And then once that happens, then there'll be a court date thrown out in the future. I think we'll be lucky if it's the end of 2022. I think realistically it's probably early 2023. And that's when part A of this thing will get examined by the judges in the courts of Bern. And then we just kind of go from there. So, how I'm feeling about things right now is I feel positive. I don't think there's anything else we could have done. I don't think. I think we left no stones unturned. We're going to leave everything on the field in that sense. So, I mean, we know what outcome we're hoping for, but we feel really good about the amount of work that we've done and what we submitted and the legal team we worked with. And it's been this is a challenging thing for us to communicate about. There are things that we can't talk about.
You can't say everything, can you, really?
Well, there's certain things we can't say for certain periods of time. There's stuff that's legally sensitive that we may never be able to talk about, or can only be talked about after everything happens. So I mean, I imagine there's people who want to hear from us more, and we wish we could talk more. God knows I wish I could talk more about it, but there's stuff that has to be private and sensitive, and so. What we're kind of promoting is that if and when we can communicate, we will communicate everything that we can at that time in that moment. We're always open to being contacted, and talk privately or off the record, that kind of thing. But it definitely is an internal frustration for us that we're just super limited about what we can talk about. So what happened from October to now, for a lot of it was rather sensitive. So which is why there hasn't been any communication. And now that stuff has been submitted to the courts, it's kind of back out and open. There's no real risk of leaking anything because it's out there. So so we're checking with our legal team. I hope that we can post this publicly now.
Who's drawn it? Who's on that then? In a meeting. Come on, own up.
I was reading this on an airplane, sitting in between a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. So as they're watching Kung Fu Panda 700, I'm sitting here trying to work through this very challenging legal document. So I'm sure it's one of my kids. But
I would have watched Kung Fu Panda.
Trust me, I would have rather watched Kung Fu Panda than read.
And there are other films out there. I'm not advertising anything. But no. What I love though the fact that everything's still kicking off, and there are some small little wins that are happening. So that's got to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, this to get to this point seemed impossible when all of this started. And so even in that sense, just internally for us as a team, the fact that we have kept the train on the rails and that we actually got to this point and we actually pulled something off that we feel, confident about, but we feel really good about. So internally we kind of look around and like, I don't think we could have done any better. It's astonishing that we've gotten us this far, because I think if nothing would have happened, if no one would have stood up, it'd be over. Handpans would be illegal for, potentially the next century. And not only that, but, there'd be other big, potentially legal ramifications like the stuff that I also saw. So, it's someone asked me to like, being involved in a case like this, where there are intentions that have potentially really negative effects on this greater community, like, does it make you question humanity in like a bad way? And I said, I get where the question is coming from. You could absolutely look at it like that. But I was like, there's this other thing that's happening, which is like, I'm working in a group of people that you could argue are my competitors, right? I'm sitting in a room with people who are in my same industry who do what I do. And the fact that all of us have been willing to take that and put that aside to work on this greater goal, like that's an astonishing storyline.
It's like Ford and BMW sitting together to work together to build the best car in the world. It wouldn't happen.
And then the fact that we, this team of people who, just got this thing up and running, have been so incredibly supported by this international community of fans of this work is, it's a really incredible storyline to be involved in. It absolutely has had its ups and downs and its challenges and its scary parts, but I've worked really hard to not focus on the downs, because the ups have been so incredibly high. The type of people who have come out of the woodwork to support us in whatever way they can has been absolutely amazing. So it really, I think it brought back a lot of kind of belief and passion in our greater community. So that's
well, I'm glad that we've been able to help along the way and giving you guys airtime. And I know that we've enjoyed seeing your face and learning all about your impressive. By the way, you got something on your t-shirt. Just
a little cat or cat hair.
Cat fur.
That's kind of the rub. So it again might be kind of once this our recent update comes out, it could very well be kind of radio silence again, in that it's just a period of time until the next thing happens. And it's been like this. It's been like really intensive periods, and then like a couple months where like we don't even talk. There's nothing to talk about. So
you tell us when you've got something exciting you want to get off your tongue. You let us know, and we'll do a live stream so you can do it. Just so I can find out firsthand as well.
Absolutely. No, I think the last thing I'll promote is that the thing that continues to be the most intimidating is the funds. So funding is still really important. We're still able to kick the can down the road, but we can only kick it with people's financial support. So I think it's an incredible thing that we've been able to pull off, and there's a potential that we could win it on this first one. And if that's the case, that would be amazing. But financial support is still so the GoFundMe is still live. We have started kicking around the idea, and we've done it a few times, of doing having makers donate instruments that we then auction off for HCU. So we've done that. We've done that a few times. Kyle Cox and I made each other instruments in the past years. I auctioned off the Halo that he made for me. He auctioned off the instrument I made for him as kind of a sign that we're all in this, and Kyle and I will kick it off first. I think the whispers is that maybe next is going to be an Axiom from Jacob Lee. So I don't know if there's like internal conflict. I would like to participate, but I'm not sure if that's in the rule book. But I'm like, I'd love to have an Axiom. So.
Have a go at that. Yeah. So, just to be really clear, if anyone thought I was rude when I just brought Andy on there, because in the green room I can see people down the bottom on our big screen in front of us. We've got a big screen in front of us here, and down the bottom I can see the green room, and he was holding something up against the screen. So then I thought, he's holding up a message to show you. And when I went in there, it was obviously something else, and he pooed himself and sat back down again. So sorry, Andy. He's naughty Andy. So get behind HCU if you can. Get on their newsletter, financially support them when you can. I know that someone's offered €20 for Andy's jacket. Maybe we could sell your flea covered t-shirt for, I don't know, $20 or something. Anybody want to buy Colin's
furry
t-shirt for $20? All proceeds go to you. But Colin, beautiful to see your face. Thanks very much for the update.
Thank you for having us.
Honestly, if you know anything else or you want to talk about anything else, let us know, and we'll put a live stream on for that.
Absolutely. And fingers crossed we see you in September.
Fingers crossed. We are still talking about it. The one thing that needs to happen is I need to get my big girl a passport. Yeah, I had always kind of put 2022 on the docket as when I would bring her. She'll be like 7.5, which I feel like is just the perfect age. I really enjoy, and of course she's heard about all of my stories and experiences. Of course, my wife has been twice as well, so there is this kind of like deep history and lore and stories about the Hangout. So fingers crossed.
Oh, I hope to see you there, mate. That'd be great.
It would be great. Definitely be great.
But no pressure. Be there. No pressure at all. Be there. No pressure. Better be there. No, thank you very much, Colin.
All you guys, thank you so much.
Your day. Big love to all the family and the new cat, Michaela. So everyone say hi, Michaela. Hi, Michaela. And we'll pop you away, mate. And good to see your face, hear your voice. And we'll speak to you soon.
All right, thanks for having me, guys. See ya.
Love you, mate.
Bye.
Mr. Colin Fogg, ladies and gentlemen. No, big up. Right,
pick it up. Right, so we've got another couple of things, obviously, to just to mention. A big up to everyone currently out in Naxos, obviously for Hangout Naxos. Hope you're all having a great time out there
in the sun.
Seen a couple of pictures, not jealous at all.
No, jealous.
And also, don't forget the 26th of June down in Bristol at Meridian Handpans. They've got Archer and Trip who are going to be doing a masterclass handpan workshop, and then after that. 7 o'clock, they're going to be doing a performance concert with Amy Naylor as well. Doors open at 6 o'clock for pizza and drinks and chats, and then they kick off at 7 o'clock with a great performance. So get on to Meridian Handpans.
Be there,
if you can, get down there and have a look at that, because it's going to be a great, lovely concert.
So don't forget, we've got the costume for this year, which is sort of like 80s, 90s, rave dancing, luminous colours, all luminousness. Also, really quickly, next weekend, we've got the Dorset Summer Camp and Musical Merriment. So it's a bit like Hangout, but not like Hangout. It's much smaller, chilled. It's like a family. It's what it is. It's the Great Dorset Summer Camp of Musical Merriment. So it's a summer camp where we all just chill out, play music and jam. And there's not really limited to any spaces. So if you want to come along, just get in contact with us. But that's a great weekend. That's really all we have to do, is it?
I think that's kind of it.
Apart from we're going to bring Mr. Andy on again. Who
not for sale.
Not for sale. Unless it's $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 million. So we're Andy's gonna play a tune, and then when he's gone, we'll say goodbye at the end. But basically, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
We're gonna pass you over to the amazing Andi Steil before we head on. Ladies and gentlemen, girls, moms and dads and associates, please.
And cats,
especially the cats. You're welcome, Mr. Andi Steil.
This is a song from my new show called Egyptian Lemonade. That was the thing I wanted to show you. It's my postcard and poster. One song from the Egyptian Lemonade. I have to read the lyrics. Auf den Giebeln trinken die Moose das Sonnenlicht mit lindenem Pinsel. Hechen schmoren die kruden Panzen im heißen Glas. Saugend das getierte Holz der Balken, auf dem 2 Wespen bohren. Worüber ihn verebbt ein Storch durch 2 Fetzen Dampf. Orgel von gelb-weißer Luft stürzt von diesem Punkte in das zuckende Auge, das Schutz sucht, in schwarzes Fensterloch. Andächtiges Rechteck unter der Giebelspitze, ein Blick, der aushöhlt, ein Blick, der aushöhlt, tummelt die Hitze, das Dach und das Moos. Schwarz saugt es mich gierig, wie einen Schwamm das nass. Schmetterlinge aus Tischen legen mich in Scherben.
Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You can't hear us. Yes, anyway, so that was really rubbish of Andy. Oh, you can hear us now. No, that was amazing, Andy. Thank you very much for giving your time up again for Hangout.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, mate.
Best news of the night is that it looks like you might be there, which is absolutely amazing.
Hang out in September. Lovely.
But thanks for everyone for tuning in. And again, thanks for Andy. And
thank you for the invite.
Yeah, mate, always. Right, so anyway, so if anyone wants to get onto eBay, Andy's jacket will be on there.
$1 million. $1 million.
$1 million.
Pounds.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being involved, Andy. Thank you very much, and Colin, for your time.
Thank you.
We'll maybe do another one just before Hangout happens, and see how we go from there.
Yeah.
But no, big love to you all.
Big love to you all.
And we'll see you all soon.
Absolutely.
Bye-zy, bye-zy.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.